Maintenance of Durham streets is still a top concern for many of you. And while an increasing number of residents are more satisfied than they used to be with that particular city service, there's still more work to be done. At least that's what we found in the 2011 Resident Satisfaction Survey and our efforts to listen to what Durham is saying. Street maintenance is one of the three major categories of city services that residents think should receive the most emphasis from city leaders over the next 2 years.
I think street maintenance is an important part of city services, and I think that just echoes the fact that people really value the condition of the streets. It's the one piece of infrastructure that people travel on a daily basis, and it's really connected to a lot of important activities in the city, whether it be revitalization of the downtown, just general business development for the city. So it definitely shows how people really appreciate streets and how important they think it is.
The survey shows that 36% of residents are satisfied with the overall maintenance of city streets compared to 31% in the 2009 survey.
I think because the City Council has really made the effort to go forward and make improvements to the streets by having the 2010 paving bonds and really showing a dedication to improving the condition of the streets within the city. So with the City Council's support between the bonds and also dedicating maintenance funds into the Public Works Department, that's really showing that the council is dedicated to improving the rideability of streets within the city.
With that type of support, the city is doing a number of things, both for the short and long terms, to improve street maintenance.
For the short term, the city is making a big investment in the equipment that we use in our street maintenance division in Public Works. So that should help with potholes being filled around the city on a daily basis. For the long term, the city is really looking at different options as far as how we design our streets. We're going forward with a geotechnical study that'll really look at what conditions exist in the subsurface around the city. And by looking at those geotechnical options that are available to us, we can actually design better streets that are better maintained for the long term.
Under the category of city maintenance, 34% of residents say they are satisfied with street repairs compared to 24% in the 2009 survey.
One improvement is that we've really coordinated with Durham One Call to provide us with a list of locations where citizens call in for street repairs. And also on a proactive basis, our street maintenance crews, once they identify a location that does need repairs, they'll go ahead and enter a service request on their own and make those repairs and identify any other deficiencies in the right-of-way while they're out doing that work.
Efforts that will add to future improvements, all geared toward increasing the level of satisfaction with street repairs.
Well, I think one big improvement will be that we're looking at different options for street maintenance functions and for street repaving. We can no longer just go with the traditional milling a street and then repaving it. We're looking at actual pavement preservation so that we can be more proactive with our maintenance and how we approach street maintenance in general. An
attitude that is spreading throughout all city services, including when it comes to improving the quality of police protection. Find out what the city is doing to address perceptions of safety in our next What Durham is Saying segment.